It is no question that our modern American education system needs to be reformed. Presidents in the past have tried fixing this broken system, but it has only led to failed experiments. The only hard part about reforming education is figuring out what specifically to reform and how to go about doing it. Let's take a look at what we need to do in order to get Americans a quality education. One of the main problems with American education is the amount of stress put upon students each and every day. American students are obviously stressed out and they have plenty of reasons to be. On average, each American student has 17 and a half hours of homework per week. Divided out over the 7 days, that's about 2.5 hours per night. This, of course, does not factor in any honors or AP classes students may be taking. American students also have a lot of tests to worry about. The average New York student takes 10 standardized tests before they're even in high school. 60% of American students are reported to have high levels of stress. That's over half the nation's youth. 88% of that stress is caused by schoolwork alone. These high levels of stress that students experience cause headaches, depression, anxiety, and fatigue. With these harsh side effects of stress, there's no way we can expect students to get that 2.5 hours of homework done each night. And the pressure to get this done only causes the students more stress. The 17 and a half hours of homework per week isn't the only thing causing student stress. Things such as standardized tests do as well. The average American student will take 113 standardized tests before they graduate, while students in Finland only take a single standardized test when they are 16 years old. Let's continue comparing the U.S. to Finland. Finnish students have little to no homework before high school, while American students usually have homework every week when they start kindergarten around the age of 5 or 6. You may think that Finland's lack of tests and homework would cause them to fall behind the rest of the world. In fact, it's the exact opposite. As you can see, Finland's students ranked first in taking an international standardized test, while the United States wasn't even placed in the top 10 highest score averages. Let's take a look at how the U.S. did on that same international standardized test compared to Finland. As you can see, the U.S. was nowhere near Finland's scores, and we didn't even meet the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development's, or OECD's, expectations in math. So, is it possible to have students succeed without stress? Well, of course. In fact, they reach success better without stress. But is that stress the only thing needed to be reformed in American education? Of course not. There's another big problem we need to face. This other issue needing to be reformed involves one of the most important factors in education, and that's teachers. Let's go back to Finland's education system. Finnish teachers are all required to have a master's degree, and only the top 10% of graduates are accepted into teaching programs. Meanwhile, American teachers only need a bachelor's degree and a 2.5 undergraduate cumulative GPA or higher to become a teacher. Finnish teachers are also as esteemed, valued, and respected as doctors or lawyers are. The United States needs to begin thinking about both its teachers and its students when considering how to reform education, or the system simply will not work.
Created using Powtoon.